Many people have been saying for years, including Will Johnson, that the mainstream media is really the government controlled media. We've got some proof that literally supports that statement. We're going to show you a video. You've been saying for years, as have many people, that the mainstream media really ought to be called the government controlled media or the government state media. And I've got proof that you're right. I want you to look at this video and tell me how something like this is even possible. Watch and tell me what you think.
Some of what he and his running mate are saying, well, it's just plain weird.
These guys are just weird. That's who they are.
As weird and creepy as J.D. Vance.
Super weird idea from J.D. Vance.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's quite weird. They're just plain weird.
Just plain weird.
Just plain weird.
That stuff is weird. They come across weird, and then they start being weird. Yeah, they're weird.
Being a really weird.
He's such a weirdo.
Donald Trump and his weirdo running mate are weird. Deeply and profoundly weird.
They are weird.
These Republicans just being weird, it's just weird. It's really weird.
Republican weirdness goes even deeper.
He said a lot of things that are weird, a weird style that he brings, weird policies. Let's start with the weird thing, because it is a thing.
Just plain weird.
What was weird was talking about Diet Mountain Dew. Who drinks Diet Mountain Dew?
You ever seen the guy laugh? That seems very weird to me that an adult can go through 6.5 years of being in the public eye. If he has laughed, it's at someone, not with someone. That is weird behavior.
Weird and cultish.
These are weird people on the other side.
He kind of doubled down on his weird ideas.
I think weird is probably generous.
Simply weird. These guys are just plain weird.
Vance as weird?
You know, as the campaign said, weird.
It really is just plain weird.
J.D. Vance, plain weird.
No, I mean, I don't know how else you could read it.
Weird. It is kind of weird.
We're not afraid of weird people.
The other side, they're just weird. Why are you being so weird?
Vance has done something more extreme, more weird.
No matter what kind of weird stuff they keep saying.
Trump and Vance are just weird, in addition to being dangerous to democracy.
It's the weird part that's the most engaging.
Whom he addressed as my beautiful Christians, which was super weird.
Weird tech bro, J.D. Vance.
He's a weird guy.
J.D. Vance, uneasy and sort of weird.
Frankly, for lack of a better word, that he's weird.
Sarcastic remarks that aren't even funny, and he kind of shows that he can't really deliver a one-liner.
So, Sam, weird is the word here in terms of initial impressions from Vance to the American public.
How is it possible, Will, that every single person in the same week on all these networks uses the exact same talking points and the exact same word? How is that possible?
You remember, this is a threat to our democracy. This is a death threat to our democracy. It's a threat to our democracy. Our democracy, our democracy. Remember the video? They had all of the government state media. It's a threat to our democracy. That's exactly what it is. Nancy Pelosi did she did a press conference, and this was a couple of years ago, and she was still the House leader. And she said, it's a smear campaign is what it is. You know, we put out the false information. I couldn't believe she was actually saying it. We put out the information that we want the media to have, and then they'll all say it. And then when it comes back to us, we just confirm it. It's called a smear campaign. She straight up said it. That's exactly what this is. And Barry, who's weird? Really? We're the weird ones here now, right? Okay, wait a minute. We're the weird ones. We believe that a man and a woman should be the family unit. Yeah, but but we're the weird ones.
Yeah.
Kamala Harris has a grown man in there like this, like you have right there, but we're the weird ones. J.D. Vance has a family, but he's the weird one.
Yeah, the guy that is heterosexual with a beautiful wife and 2 beautiful children, he's weird. And the vice president of the United States giggling with a 6'3" man with a mustache, a wig, in a dress, that's not weird.
We're the weird ones.
Apparently.
I mean, the whole fact, Barry, that Kamala Harris's picture, that we think that's weird. We're weird for thinking that. We're weird for thinking that only men can, be men and women can only be women. That's a little weird. Well, or a man, getting pregnant and we think that's weird, then you're a little weird for thinking that.
Yeah, and you're weird for thinking that it's not okay for a man to get in the boxing ring at the Olympics and nearly beat in a lady's head,
Yeah, you're weird.
you're weird. But answer this: how does everybody get the same talking point? Is it somebody that sends out a press release to every news station and they all just read it?
You know what? It's coming. Well, think about it. You had the FBI
What's the
Google.
mechanism for it?
That's a really good question. Maybe if it's a mailing list, I want to get on it just so I can talk about it before. But
Yeah, that's right. You'll be like this, I'm told to say.
Yeah, exactly.
Hello,
I think what it is,
JD Vance is weird.
Yeah.
And he acts weird, courtesy of the White House.
Yeah.
Personally, is that the way they do it? I don't understand how everybody uses the exact same words and the same phraseology on the same day.
I think it's coming from like Karine Jean-Pierre. She's probably writing it up and say, "Oh, look what Kamala Harris just said. It's weird." They're saying it's weird. So they probably send it to all the CEOs for all the companies. And then the CEOs, because it's a smaller list that way. If you just send it to the CEOs for MSNBC, CNN, ABC, CBS, the entire Alphabet Network soup group, send it to all of them, even the news, the newspaper ones like New York Times, etc. Just send it to the CEO. And the CEO will say, "This is what we're doing. You make sure they say it like this verbatim." And then it goes out from there.
It's very discouraging because the people that, let's say, turn on CBS thinking that's real media. We saw it on CBS. We saw ABC, and they think that's real news. Oh, ABC says JD Vance is weird. I'm not voting for a weirdo.
Yeah, exactly.
And if by chance you see it on NBC or CNN, you're kind of thinking it's factual, aren't you?
Well, I think I've shown this to you before, Barry. This is exactly what's going on here, right? I don't know how well you can see this. I'm gonna show this without saying it, right?
Yeah, we know what you're showing. 1984, baby.
Okay.
They're telling you what to think.
This is exactly what's happening. They've already put it in the book. They already got the playbook, right? And they're doing it. Tell everyone the same lie over and over. And if they hear the lie enough, they'll start believing it. Again, believing reality, that's a little weird.
I don't know if when you find out, you come tell Uncle Barry, because I don't understand how everybody gets the same message, reads the same talking points, and all their guests giggle and say something like, "Yeah, he is weird," or even better, "Yeah, he is a weirdo." And quite frankly, Vance is weird, and that on the left of your screen is not.
Yeah.
But, that's just because we're weirdos, Will. We're in there with JD Vance.
Yeah.